So these are the questions that you met in the diagnostic quiz today, adding and subtracting fractions. Plenary 1, this is the feedback from them. You had, in today's lesson, you were learning that if you add or subtract fractions with the same denominator, then all you need to do is actually just add the top of the fractions, the numerator. So in this particular case, you're trying to do what is 3/8 plus 2/8. So if you imagine a pizza split up into 8 pieces, and you ate 3/8, so if we've got 8 pieces there, each little bit is an eighth, so you ate 3/8, someone else eats 2/8, so altogether, right, there have been 5/8 of the pizza eaten or shaded in there. So all you're basically doing is adding the two numbers on the numerator. 3 add 2, so your answer here should have been answer B. Right, you do not add the denominators, it is not 5/16. Remember, a 16th of something would be quite a small piece compared to the 8ths. Same with this one. It is about knowing that all you're basically doing is adding the top numbers because the bottom numbers are the same, so your answer should have just been 7/11, right, which was answer B again. And for this one, which is maybe a wee bit trickier, but it does require you to think about, if you have a whole piece of something and you take away, or somebody eats 4/9 of it, right, how many nines make that one whole piece? Right, and this is where you want to be thinking about changing that into a top heavy fraction, and because we're dealing in ninths, right, the one whole piece is like having 9 bits, 9/9, and if you take away 4 of them, then you will be left with 5/9. So your answer again, right, should have been answer B. For question 4, right, again the denominators are the same, so you've got 3/10 plus 5/10, and your answer here would be 8/10, but there's something else that's mentioned. Yes, that's one of the answers that's there, but there's something else that's mentioned in the question that you need to pay attention to, and that is, it says write your answer in its simplest form, and that is the general rule with fractions. Even if it's not stated, the expectation is that your answer when you do a fraction calculation will always be simplified, and here 8 and 10 are both in the 2 times table, so we can divide by 2 top and bottom, and we should have found that our answer was answer C, which was 4/5. For the last one, when you add, again you've got 11s as your base here, you are just adding the top numbers, so you end up with 11 pieces out of 11, and that basically means that you've got one whole piece there. When it talks about answer in its simplest form, you don't leave it in this top heavy form. So the answer that we would have been looking for there was D. So hopefully you'll have corrected any errors you made. You'll pick up on the fact that if the bases of your fraction, your denominator, are the same, then you're just basically adding or subtracting the top numbers.